Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome Yvette and bring you yet another great head coach from LSU.
When I came here 10 years ago, like I said, it was kind of an adjustment, but the people in the building were absolutely phenomenal. But the more that I'm here, the more that I really embrace Baton Rouge. I really like it. I may end up staying here now. You know, I think people, you know, I get to see more. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Skip Bertman was an unbelievable boss. He was a lot of fun. Of course, he knew my sport, so he'd call me up. Yvette, why are we leaving that curveball over the plate? And I was like, well, Coach, we didn't mean to, but so that was a lot of fun. We have a new regime, Joe Oliva. I think he's going to do a good job. He seems to be a really good guy and somebody that we can go to. But you know, I'm sure you know that LSU built us an unbelievable stadium. And I know that people say, you know, football is the golden goose. It does support everything. We're not naive enough to know that. That's why we got to win, baby. We got to win. We're all in that stadium knowing that this is important to all of us. But, you know, for people that aren't a softball fan or aren't a women's basketball fan or aren't a volleyball fan, if you're an LSU fan, you're proud when we win because you want to win at everything. You want to win in tiddlywinks. If we play that, you'd want to win. And when we went around the conference, you know, we were one of the last ones to build a real stadium. Now, the park that we were in before was adequate, but that was it. It was a park. They spent about $400,000 on the park. Alabama's softball roof of their stadium cost $400,000. So we were behind the 8 ball, but we aren't anymore. About 2 hurricane delays, and 5 years later, after it was promised, it finally happened. And I think we have a Taj Mahal. I'm prejudiced. I love baseball. I love pulmonary, but I think our stadium's prettier. It's very unique, very unique. If you haven't seen it lit up at night, it is gorgeous. It's one of a kind in the country. The roof kind of looks like what you see the Sydney Opera House in Australia. So it's very different, but yet still has the characteristics of LSU with the arches, the St. Joe brick, and everything else. I was a baseball girl growing up. So when they asked me to coach fast pitch softball, I had seen the game in high school. I'd seen the game one time. I'd seen men playing it, and I thought it was so cool because it was like baseball, but it was played with a softball. So started in high school, coached there for 4 years, talked about the career at ULL, and then the career at LSU now. It's come full circle for a girl that wasn't allowed to play, that now coaches in a state-of-the-art stadium that every coach in the country that's come in from Michigan to Alabama to you name it has said now that ours is the prettiest in the country. It may not be the biggest, but the coolest thing about it was that LSU allowed me to design it the way I wanted to. Now, I couldn't design that roof. It took an engineer and an architect to do that, but I did want the berm where the kids could play. It's awesome. The kids are out there surfing on the berm. It's the only surfing you're going to see in South Louisiana is at Tiger Park. And we built it so that if you got up and walked around, you'd never miss a pitch. You can stand on the concourse, you can sit in the shade, you can sit in the sun, you can sit in the grass. We have some fabulous home games coming up. We have Texas coming into our tournament, but SEC weekends we have Alabama and Florida coming in. And Alabama and Florida have been the cream of the crop lately in the SEC. So we'll make you special guests. We'll get you out on the field to throw the first pitch, and I think you'll like it. If you've never been to our games, and I know you've seen fast pitch before, but it's very fast, and in 2 hours the game's over with. And I'm a baseball girl, but unlike 2 hours of being just in the 4th inning at baseball. So, one of the unique things that we're going to do this year, we are going Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on our weekend SEC games now. We used to do a doubleheader on Saturday, which sometimes the girls were out there for 11 hours, which is ridiculous. So we finally got the ADs to agree to, we want to be just like the guys. We want to go 1 game on Friday, 1 game on Saturday, and 1 game on Sunday, which will make it even better for our fans, too. So we think we're going to have a special team again this year. We have this kid, Rachel Fico. She'll be a sophomore. She's from Connecticut. And I think that she's going to be, before it's all said and done, she's going to get us back to the World Series. So just a key, just like every coach, you know, it's not coach speak. It's all about who's healthy. Somebody gets hurt, it can just throw a wrench into everything. So it's true. I know you hear coaches saying that all the time, but we're only as good as our players. We don't have the players, you know, it's amazing how bad of coaches we are, but